Terrifying secrets of Mount Everest. High above the clouds, where the air thins into near nothingness and the sky darkens to an almost cosmic black, stands Mount Everest. A place often described as the ultimate test of human endurance, ambition, and obsession. To many, it represents triumph, the pinnacle of achievement, a dream etched into the imagination of adventurers around the world. But beneath this image of glory lies a far darker truth, one that few are willing to confront. Everest is not just a mountain. It is a silent graveyard, a frozen archive of human ambition, and a place where nature enforces its rules with merciless precision. The journey to Everest begins long before climbers set foot on its icy slopes. It starts with a dream, often fueled by stories of legendary figures like Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, who first reached the summit in 1953. Their achievement transformed Everest into a symbol of possibility. But what those stories rarely emphasize is how much has changed since then, not in the mountain itself, but in how humans approach it. Today, Everest has become both more accessible and more dangerous, crowded with climbers driven by personal ambition, social media fame, or the pursuit of status. One of the most chilling aspects of Everest is what climbers refer to as the death zone, an area above 8,000 meters where the oxygen level is so low that the human body begins to die, cell by cell, minute by minute. In this zone, survival becomes a race against time. The brain struggles to function, judgment becomes impaired, and even simple decisions can turn fatal. Climbers describe a creeping sense of detachment, as if reality itself is slipping away. Hallucinations are not uncommon. Some have reported seeing figures walking beside them, companions that vanish when approached, while others hear voices carried by the wind that seem disturbingly real. But perhaps the most haunting reality of Everest is the presence of those who never made it back. Scattered across its slopes are the preserved bodies of climbers who perished in their pursuit of the summit. The extreme cold acts like a natural freezer, keeping these bodies eerily intact for decades. Some have become grim landmarks, known to climbers by nicknames and used as reference points on the route. One of the most famous is Green Boots, a climber whose body lies in a cave along the northeastern ridge. For years, passing his remains was considered a standard part of the ascent, a chilling reminder of the risks involved. Why aren't these bodies brought down? The answer reveals another unsettling truth about Everest. At such extreme altitudes, even the strongest climbers can barely carry their own weight, let alone the body of another person. Recovering a body is not only physically exhausting but also incredibly dangerous, often requiring a team effort that puts more lives at risk. As a result, the mountain has become a final resting place for over 200 climbers, their stories frozen in time, their presence a silent warning to those who follow. Weather on Everest adds another layer of unpredictability. Storms can form suddenly, transforming a clear day into a deadly blizzard within hours. Winds exceeding 100 kilometers per hour can strip away tents, knock climbers off balance, and reduce visibility to near zero. Temperatures can plummet to 60 degrees Celsius, freezing exposed skin in seconds. In these conditions, even the best equipment offers limited protection. Frostbite becomes a constant threat, capable of turning fingers, toes, and faces into lifeless tissue. Survivors often return with permanent scars, missing digits, damaged lungs, and memories that never fade. One of the most infamous tragedies in Everest's history occurred during the 1996 Mount Everest disaster, when a sudden storm trapped multiple expedition teams high on the mountain. Despite warnings, climbers continued their ascent, driven by the narrow window of opportunity to reach the summit. When the storm hit, it caught many off guard. Visibility vanished, temperatures dropped, and exhaustion set in. Several climbers lost their way, unable to find their camps in the blinding snow. By the time the storm cleared, 8 people had died, making it one of the deadliest days in Everest's history. The disaster exposed the dangerous combination of ambition, misjudgment, and the unforgiving power of nature. Yet, even tragedies like this have not diminished Everest's allure. Each year, hundreds of climbers attempt to reach its summit, creating overcrowded conditions that introduce new risks. Long lines of climbers can form near critical sections like the Hillary Step, forcing individuals to wait in the death zone for extended periods. These delays can be fatal. Oxygen supplies run low, energy drains, and the margin for survival shrinks with every passing minute. In recent years, images of climbers standing in queues near the summit have sparked global debate about whether Everest has become too commercialized, too crowded, and too dangerous. Behind many of these expeditions are the Sherpas, the indigenous people of the Himalayas who play a crucial role in making these climbs possible. They carry heavy loads, fix ropes, set up camps, and guide climbers through some of the most dangerous sections of the mountain. Despite their expertise and resilience, Sherpas often face the greatest risks. Avalanches, falling ice, and unstable terrain make their work incredibly hazardous. Their contributions are essential, yet their stories are often overshadowed by those who reach the summit. Avalanches themselves are among the most unpredictable dangers on Everest. Massive walls of ice and snow can break loose without warning, crashing down the mountain with devastating force. In 2014, an avalanche in the Khumbu icefall killed 16 Sherpas, marking one of the deadliest incidents in Everest's history. The tragedy highlighted the disproportionate risks faced by those who support the climbing industry and raised questions about safety, responsibility, and the true cost of reaching the top of the world. Beyond the physical dangers, Everest also exerts a powerful psychological toll. Climbers often spend weeks or even months preparing for their ascent, enduring isolation, exhaustion, and extreme conditions. The constant awareness of danger can lead to anxiety, fear, and mental fatigue. In the death zone, where oxygen deprivation affects brain function, climbers may experience confusion, poor decision-making, and a distorted sense of reality. Some describe it as a dream-like state, where the line between life and death becomes blurred. There is also an ethical dimension to climbing Everest that many find deeply unsettling. In such a hostile environment, climbers are often forced to make impossible choices. Do they continue toward the summit, fulfilling a lifelong dream, or do they turn back to help a fellow climber in distress, risking their own life in the process? There have been instances where climbers passed by those in need, unable or unwilling to intervene. These moments raise uncomfortable questions about human nature, ambition, and the value of life when survival itself is uncertain. Environmental concerns add yet another layer to Everest's dark reality. The increasing number of climbers has led to significant pollution, with discarded oxygen bottles, torn tents, and other waste accumulating on the mountain. Efforts have been made to clean up Everest, but the scale of the problem remains immense. In recent years, melting ice has begun to reveal long-hidden debris and bodies, a stark reminder of how human activity continues to impact even the most remote places on Earth. Despite all of this, the allure of Everest endures. It calls to those who seek to test their limits, to stand at the highest point on the planet, to achieve something few others have done. But the mountain does not care about dreams or ambitions. It does not reward effort or courage. It simply exists, indifferent and unyielding. For those who venture onto its slopes, the line between success and tragedy is razor thin. In the end, Everest is not just a mountain to be conquered. It is a mirror reflecting the extremes of human desire, the pursuit of greatness at any cost, the willingness to risk everything for a moment at the top of the world. Its secrets are not hidden in some ancient mystery or unknown force, but in the harsh reality of its environment and the choices made by those who dare to climb it. The true horror of Everest lies not in what it conceals, but in what it reveals about us. And as the winds continue to howl across its frozen ridges, carrying whispers of those who never returned, Everest stands as a silent witness to both the triumph and the tragedy of human ambition. A place where the highest dreams meet the coldest realities, and where every step toward the summit is a step deeper into the unknown.